Thanks, guys. Iowa is hosting the 2019 Big Ten Outdoor Track and Field Championships this weekend, and we have DITV sports reporter Tanner Desplank live in the newsroom to tell us more.
So Tanner, what does it mean for Iowa to be able to host the Big Ten Championships?
Yeah, Iowa hasn't won a Big Ten outdoor championship since 2011. So this would be a really big deal since coincidentally 2011 was the last time they hosted. And they've been dominant all year, and they've been dominant on their home track. So it's just good it would just be good to see that streak going. But earlier in the year, we've seen them dominate at the Hawkeye Invitational, but they didn't have caliber teams like you do in the Big Ten. But we'll just see how it goes, and hopefully it goes for the best. But according to the coaches' poll, Iowa men are most likely to win this thing, and the women are most likely to place in second.
Who do you think will be the standout athletes this weekend for the Hawkeyes?
I would look more specifically to field events, to be more specific than that, I would go to throwing. I think throwing's been dominant all season long. The Hawkeyes have the #1 and #2 women throwers in the Big Ten. Longi Tisaga has been dominant all year. She's shattered multiple records in indoor and outdoor track, and it'll just be good to see where she goes. I mean, she's #2 in the nation right now, so we'll see how that goes for her. And on the men's side, we have Reno Tufali, who's just also been dominant. He's #2 in the Big Ten and #4 in the nation, and he'll go against the #1 guy this weekend, and we'll see what he can do.
Now, we just heard from DITV sports reporter Tanner Desplank on what to expect this weekend, but now let's hear from the team on what it will take to win at home.
At a championship meet, really you just got to go out there and do what you've done before. You don't have to go out there and drop huge times, because usually at championship meets, everyone's trying to drop a huge time, and a lot of people make mistakes because of that. So really we just need to go out there, do what we've been doing so far, and hopefully things will be in our favor.
The championships, are set to start tomorrow and will last throughout the weekend.
Now, while track and field will be hosting the Big Ten Championships this weekend, the men's golf team is heading off to the NCAAs. The men's golf team was selected to play at the NCAA Regional at the University of Texas in Austin. This is Iowa's 10th NCAA Regional appearance in the last 11 years and the 21st in school history. Iowa will be the 7th seed in the 14-team field.
The Hawks will tee off this Sunday and are hoping to earn their first NCAA Finals appearance in over 7 years.
Now, it hasn't been 7 years since the Iowa baseball team was in the national rankings, but it has been a while.
Iowa baseball snuck into the D1 baseball rankings at the 24th spot this week. This comes on the heels of Iowa taking 2 of 3 against nationally ranked UC Irvine this past weekend. The Hawks are 29-17 this season and are currently tied for 3rd in the Big Ten.
This is Iowa's first time in the D1 baseball pool since 2015.
But getting back into the national rankings wasn't the only big news for Iowa baseball.
Brandon Scher became the first Iowa baseball player to ever win back-to-back Freshman of the Week honors. Scher took home the award for the second time after hitting .538 with a .600 base percentage during Iowa's last 4 games. Over the past 2 weeks, Scher leads the team in batting average, hits, on-base percentage, and total bases. And all this hot streak, all because he's starting to feel comfortable.
Just level of comfort, confidence. I'm seeing it pretty well. Feel good every time. Always want to get up in any situation. I feel like the team has confidence in me now, just as I have confidence in them. So, just a big team effort, and glad I'm getting put in the lineup to, just play the game.
Scher and the rest of the Hawks will face Michigan State at home this weekend for their final home series of the season.
And the Daily Iowan announced their Male Athlete of the Year today, wrestler Spencer Lee.
Spencer Lee repeated as a national champion in the 125-pound weight class. Lee outscored his opponents 55-7, winning twice by decision and once by major decision.
Lee also helped the men's wrestling team earn a share of the regular season Big Ten title.
To learn more about Spencer Lee's remarkable season, you can pick up a paper edition of the Daily Iowan or visit dailyiowan.com.
And the Iowa softball team is set to compete in the Big Ten tournament this morning.
Iowa is the number 12 seed and will face the 5th seed Wisconsin in the opening round. Iowa was swept by the Badgers earlier this year.
First pitch is set for 10 a.m. Central Time in Bloomington, Indiana.
And that's all we have for you in sports today, but tune in tomorrow where DITV Sports Director Lucy Rodin will wrap up this year in Hawkeye sports.
Declan and Sydney, back to you guys at the desk.